Sesh. She will be handling all emails, the Facebook page, and things of that sort. So that's who will be answering you. That's who you send the email, the sesharlando@gmail.com. And we really appreciate you, Natty, man. You have been more than a supporter.
You guys have no idea how much I appreciate you guys. Like, if it weren't for this group of people, like, there's maybe 200 of you in here right now, possibly, I wouldn't be.
Get up here. Get up here. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and introduce her. Y'all give it up for Natty, y'all. Give it up.
Hey guys, so before I get into the whole poetry thing, I'm going to just do like the whole intern thing real quick. If it wasn't for the Sesh and Veronica telling me about the Sesh last year at the Just Vibes barbecue, I don't know if she remembers that, but I was like, yeah, I mean, sure, let's do it, like, I'm down, whatever. And then I didn't know that I'd be doing this for the rest of my life. Like, I'm gonna do this for the rest of my life, because being the intern, I'm gonna be able to go into a career doing this, like managing events and managing. That's what I want to go to school for, thanks to the Sesh. Like, this has been a platform for what I want to do for the rest of my life, is write poetry, be in music. Because if you guys remember back in November for my feature, my brother was here from New York, and I said that I owed it to him. That he was or him and my other brother were the reasons why I became such a big hip hop fan, why I listen to Jay-Z on a daily basis, why I listen to Nas, and why I listen to them when I write. And you wouldn't think of it when you look at me, because you're like, what? Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And growing up in New York as I did as a kid, you know, I grew up in not the prettiest place in New York, and I saw a lot of things that I shouldn't have as a kid, witnessed things I shouldn't have, and gone through, like, I went through things that I shouldn't have. I've never said this on stage before, but I'm lucky to have survived meningitis 12 years ago. So, my mom's doctor told my mom, don't give birth to her. She's not going to make it past anything. She's not going to make it. Look at me, I'm 24 years old. I'm here. If you watched my video on Facebook, which I'm sure some of you I have on Facebook as friends, I thank the entire everyone. I thank everyone, because without the Sesh, I would not have made so many wonderful friendships. Without the Sesh, I would not have networked so much and worked with so many people already. You know, and that's awesome, because a lot of you I know that I will be continuing my career, my life with, if you guys let me. Like, just thank you guys so much for everything that you do. You know, it's awesome. I love you guys, all of you, everyone in here. And real quick, just before I start up, I went to the studio, Level 11 studio, back in April, and I recorded a little bit of a project with them that I will be releasing July 19th, called Alone at the Round Table. I'll get into that more next month though, but next month we're gonna kind of have a little bit of a celebration here for that. So if you guys are a fan of my work, and if you guys are a true friend of mine, or consider yourself a true friend of mine and family, please be here, because July 1st is going to be crazy. Okay, so before I get way too personal with just talking and boring you guys to death, I'm going to start my pieces. The first piece that I'm going to do, if you guys remember, if you guys were here in November and at Loud for my birthday, it's called Piece of My Mind. You know, for a crippled girl, you're really pretty. Well, not just because you're crippled, but if you weren't, you'd be prettier. On top of that, you're talented, smart, funny. I like you. Unfortunately, we can only be friends. No, trust me, I like you. It's just, yeah. You're afraid of what your friends will think of the woman you're dating, because they'll be in this relationship too. No, I get it. It's totally cool how you let your friends micromanage every single aspect of your life as if they were your parents.
Hello.
I feel as if I should apologize for wasting my time thinking you'd be different, but after over 15 apologies, I'd have to write it. I'm not up for that. Sorry. My friends say I'm still young and I shouldn't be running a race to hold hands with love at the end, but they don't get it. This is something that will live with me forever. The way I walk should not be a justification for people deciding how they treat me. Somehow, it is. Too many of you have smiled in my face, turned around and placed the knife so smoothly through my back, I've seen it. But you men, man, you've got to do better. Didn't your mothers raise you to have respect for other women? Yes, I am a woman. A woman whose heart has spilled into paper countless times trying to get you to love me. That's when I realized the only man capable of reciprocating what I feel is my old friend, hip-hop. He's picked me up off the ground more times than I can say for a few of you, reminding me that I can be what I want to be without your petty stamps of approval. I'm so sick of all the fabricated, recycled, generic excuses. However, I do thank you all for serving as my best muses. I'm sorry that I got choked up there, but that's literally what I've been hearing since I started middle school up until, I want to say, 2 years ago. People really have said that to me, and I'm like, you know what? Get out of here. That's why I write poetry now, just so I can do about it.
Yes, baby.
Alright, this next piece I'm doing is called Tattoo. It's one of my favorites and my best friend's favorite, actually. And she's not here, so I'm doing it for her tonight. Okay. In a few weeks, she's going to break your heart. Just like she did last time and the time before that. She'll whisper that she loves you, knowing how much you love her. However, she's lying through the pearly whites that live behind the smile that hypnotized you in the first place. She'll run her fingers through your hair and tell you how soft it is, massaging you to wear you away. In the middle of the night, her tongue will become familiar with each bone structure on your body from head to toe and make a detour to each of your tattoos. The next morning, you'll wake up and realize she left again, with no explanation. But on her pillow, you find a note that reads, I love me more. In that moment, you'll remember me. You'll remember the weeks you spent tangled up in my words, falling for me at a mile a minute, just to tell me your heart just isn't in it. I let you roam free, letting you back in her arms, only to have you bounce back and tell me you want me. But I'm sorry. My heart just isn't in it. My time is not to be wasted. I want you to become familiar with how sweet revenge tastes. True story. Okay, this next piece is one of my other favorites because I'm actually speaking 2 languages in it, which I never do. So this is gonna be awesome. It's called Blood on the Leaves. No Kanye. No Kanye. Okay. Wait, I still hear some noise when I'm trying to speak. Not the intern, guys. Come on. Not the intern. Fear like intern. Fear like hope. Okay, you guys ready? I'll wait. Okay, I think we're good now. Whenever people ask where I'm from, I proudly say, I'm Dominican. Then they look at me like I'm wearing a Medusa-inspired headpiece. Why is it so hard to believe that my family roots grow from Dominican trees where the food is amazing and the culture is eye-opening? Oh, that's right. My skin is too pale, my eyes are almost green, my hair isn't as nappy as other girls are used to seeing. My point is never proven until I open my mouth to speak and Dominican lingo escapes from my lips. Dímelo. That's when the mouth wide open looks turn into nods of approval, or even on the dance floor where my hips move to the sounds of Anthony Santos, Vivagas, and of course, El Torito. History has taught us that if you're Dominican, your skin has to be the color of the café con leche you drank in the morning, and your eyes as brown as the trees from serenading the streets of the campo your mother grew up in. Next time someone marks the color of my skin, I would proudly boast that yes, I'm in fact Dominican. I'll tell them I'm white because God drew me this way. And I wanted people to think of the beach whenever they looked at me. Skin is pale as the sand that burns your feet, and eyes the color of the sun as it swims over the water. Okay, I think I have 2 more pieces for you guys, and then I'm done. I'll wait. So everyone sit down. Okay, I think we're good. This next piece is called Paranoid, and I wrote it in December of last year. It was inspired by all the shootings that I had seen on TV. You know, I do have a lot of friends who are of the African American culture, and it really sickens me that, like, why is it that our skin color determines that we're criminals or we're not? Like, so here we go. Paranoid. In the future, the first words I will teach my son are going to be, don't shoot. He might be as light as his mother with eyes green as the trees on the sidewalk, but his aura will scream Latino. Second target to a bullet by a so-called cop. People who are supposedly trained to serve and protect are slowly becoming monsters under our beds. The boogeyman, the new age Freddy Krueger. My son will learn how to protect himself from the angry men his father and I warned him about by putting his hands up. My daughter, on the other hand, will have to grieve because her brother was shot anyway. I will teach her the words, don't die. I need you. Without my brother, I can't breathe. Some people might think I'm being a bit paranoid, but I'm just teaching my children how to blend in with everyone else. How to wear camouflage sweaters on the way home from school so that their ethnicity doesn't drip from their clothing. Some of you might think I'm being a bit paranoid. I'm just preparing myself for the loss of my son. Because no matter how many times he swears he'll be fine, there's a chance I will one day get that phone call. Okay, and I have 2 pieces left, and they're going to be really quick and really... Alright. Just kidding, 1 piece left. I'll wait. And I'll keep waiting. I don't have nowhere to be after this. Respect the intern, more like it.
Respect the mic! Respect the mic!
This is actually one of my favorites. I wrote it about a very personal relationship that I hadn't written about in my pieces yet, so... Save. Hey universe, I know you're listening. I'm here to tell you you were right all along. I may have been naive at then, but please remember, I was only 16 and couldn't tell the difference between what felt good and what was good for me. For heaven's sake, I hadn't even met a boy who could kiss me hard enough to awaken the passion I now share a bed with. Had I known fate would bring back the man I should have saved, I would not have shut the door in his face year after year. Mama always reminded me to help those in need, but I became deaf to him knocking on my door. Numb to his voice coming up me from behind bars, and indifferent when he reached me from a distance. I should have saved him. I should have proved him right when he said I was his Wonderwall. But he has to understand. He was asking me to be selfless. He was asking me to be selfless during my most selfish years. I couldn't help him. I was too busy trying to build the woman I am today at 24, was trying to be at 22, and couldn't be for him at 17. But hey, universe, if I could just ask for a favor, make sure I'm ready for the next time he decides to pull a rug out from under me. Thank you guys so much. Let's keep the show going. Let's go.